what other sort of stuff is there which you would recommend, Shaz, in terms of personal saving money personally? Do you? I presume you've sort of. I don't know. We've probably all been through a bit of a filtration process and a re-evaluation since this has started. What have you managed to find?
So most providers are being very, very flexible indeed. So you've talked about council tax. The government has also introduced a council tax hardship fund. So people who qualify for council tax support, if they do, or if they didn't qualify but they qualify now because their income dropped, they can apply for council tax support and they'll get an additional £150 off their bill. That's working well. Those who lost income or their income has reduced, they can qualify and apply for child benefit.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good one. In terms of bills, I'm seeing water rates. Again, water companies are being very flexible. Sky Sports, Talk, Virgin Media, all of those subscription companies again are being very, very reasonable. So your mobile phone company, landline, again, whoever I've spoken to so far, Mark, has been very flexible and reasonable in terms of freezing the charges but allowing the subscription to continue. And that also applies to, by the way, certain accounting software, add-ons, online subscriptions. They've all been very, very reasonable and they've frozen their costs for the next 3 months. Starting from March, they've frozen their charges for 3 months.
Yeah. So my understanding is also credit cards. There's repayment holidays.
3 months, yeah.
You know, on general loans as well. The FCA have told them to be, you know, very understanding. Overdraft fees and interest waived up to £500. Many banks are sort of automatically waiving interest on overdrafts.
And if people don't have an overdraft, sorry, Mark, if people don't have an overdraft, they can apply for a £500 overdraft.
Yeah.
And they'll get that interest free. So you've got credit cards, you've got store cards, personal loans, guarantor loans, logbook loans, home collected credit, credit unions are also being reasonable. So, if anybody got any of those loans, speak to those providers. They are being very reasonable.
Yeah, very interesting. I know today I got an email from Admiral Insurance just saying you've got an Admiral insurance policy on your car. We know people haven't been driving very much. We're going to send you £25 back because the claims have gone down so much.
And so insurance companies are being reasonable. Alongside that, if people have a contract hire car or a PCP, personal contract purchase plan, they should speak to the funder or the hiring company, and they are again being reasonable. I've seen a few clients speak to their PCP provider, and they've given them a 3-month payment holiday.
Very interesting, that is. You know, because they would be the last ones I would imagine would offer a payment holiday, but yeah, that could be very useful to a lot of people. So the $64 million question, Shaz, obviously you've got a little bit more insight into this than many people. How long are we in this lockdown for? When do we get let out? Which sectors get let out first? And you know, what does the rest of the year look like? And I suppose specifically from a financial point of view.
So I'll answer this from a local government perspective, because local government gets information from central government, and most of the senior officers I've spoken to, Mark, are telling me that this coronavirus is going to last for at least 12 months. So we're not going to be in lockdown for 12 months. Lockdown will hopefully finish soon, but in terms of things getting back to normal, we won't be back to normal like we were, say, early March until next March.
So what sort of things does that mean? You know, for a year. So I guess coming out of this lockdown, what are you thinking? June maybe? That feels like what it is to me. I suppose in
End of May,
multiple
yeah.
stages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and then slowly, they then start saying, for example, schools should reopen. They'll then say certain other businesses can open, and then they'll see the effects of that, and then from that they then say, okay, you can have events, for example, where you've got social distancing, but and from that they'll then limit how many people you can have in a room, and as time
So
goes on.
you think we'll be allowed to run events again, sort of what, a couple of months, something like that?
I think we should be running events in June,
Yeah.
depending on obviously how everything goes, but there'll be social distancing measures in place. And then depending on what happens thereafter in terms of, because we're being told there could be a second wave. If
Yeah.
that's the case, we've got a problem. So the government are going to release us back to normality very slowly because they can't afford to take the risk. I mean, all of this pretty much has cost the government at least 500 billion pounds. I say cost the government, it's cost us, the taxpayer, best part of 500 billion pounds.
You can't get your head around it, can you?
Yeah.
Half a trillion pounds.
And there's more to come yet. This is just the start, because when they then start calculating the other adverse effects on the economy, and obviously to people, then they're going to have to make more flexibility and more room to support people. Because Mark, once we come out of this, people aren't going to be back to normal. They still need some kind of support to continue with their business. It's going to take them time to get to where they were two months ago. So I think the government will still have to introduce some kind of a support mechanism to get people through the whole thing, and that's going to take a few months.
And then we're in this for a year. What? There's some form of social distancing for a year, you think?
I think there will be social distancing for quite a few months. Then they're going to see the impact of that, and obviously, if the impact is zero, then they're going to lift that. But I can't see them lifting social distancing anywhere before the end of September.
And that's probably what, 2 meters apart, but
2 meters apart.
yeah, maybe face masks, maybe various other forms of PPE. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anything else to add, Shaz? Anything else that people are going to find useful and interesting during this period?
I think we've covered a lot. One of the main things is that people should prepare an emergency budget for themselves, which, if they don't know where to start, just produce a cash flow for the next 3 months, 6 months, and then 12 months. So just do one for 12 months, but make it very different in the first 3 months to the next 3 months. That covers the 6 months, and then have different sensitivity analysis and parameters in terms of losing their turnover by 20%, what happens, by 40%, what happens, by 60%, what happens. So have different parameters and test that and see what the impact of the cash flow is going to be on their business and also their personal finances. I think that's extremely important. Like you said earlier, go through all of the expenditure and things that you don't need, put them on hold or cancel them. That's extremely important. At the same time, it's also, when we come out of it, there's going to be a huge opportunity. So if people have got some savings and some spare cash, which they don't end up using through this period, then I think that they are the ones who are going to benefit by being able to hopefully make some good investments when we get through this.